Can you hear me now? Maybe my microphone was off. I've only went live one other time, and that was like 2 years ago. I can hear you now. All right, cool. So let me get you caught up on what I was saying. Just bottling some booch, husband, um, and I'm going to make a new batch. So I bottled this yesterday, and I just wanted to hop on and catch up with everyone. I had COVID in September, and I haven't really been active on YouTube much, and I'd like to start doing this regularly. So yesterday I tried out some new flavors. I was going to do apple pie, but I have apple cinnamon. I made it once. Really good if you like apple and cinnamon. Then I have some experimental pumpkin pie. I tried getting a sugar pumpkin, the ones you use to make pie, and I couldn't find any. So I just had some canned pumpkin, sweetened it up. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. It might be a fail. So today we're going to get our bottles out first. Let me see if I can find a cap for that one. There it is. So today I'm going to make, what am I making? I'm going to make some pina coladas. Oh, here we go. But it wasn't COVID-19. Felt like allergies. I put white powder in the tin. Oh, in the beginning that was sugar. So I'm making a new batch that I'm going to fill this jar up with. So if you can see it all the way in the corner, though. I think you're referring to this. So I'm just, I put a cup and a half of sugar to make a gallon batch of kombucha. I'm going to dilute this, and then I'll add the tea bags. And then I'll pour it in here when that's ready. So I can do it over here. Oh, hi. Have I ever tried watermelon booch? Yes, it's amazing. Put some mint in it. Whoa, it's going to blow your mind. Hi. Hello, Hamad 1979. So glad to see you guys. Okay, let's get this going. Hot water. You don't have to fill it all the way up. That just means you're going to have to wait longer. Clean utensil. I don't know about you guys, but I prefer black tea. I love black tea. I use other teas, but black tea, that's my jam. So all the kids are in school now. One of them is in preschool, so she's only there like 10 hours a week. But I would like to start doing this regularly, going live when I have to bottle. But I'll send out a notification just to give you guys a heads up. All right, so my sugar's diluted. I'm going to go over there and throw in 10 tea bags because this is making a gallon. Let that steep for about 5 minutes. So it's not fermenting when you add the lemon. Hamad, you could try adding a little bit more sugar if the lemon's not giving it fizz. If you're using a 16-ounce bottle, which is what I usually use, you could go with like a half a teaspoon or a whole teaspoon of sugar and just keep an eye on it because that should give it fizz. Yeah, I'm sorry that's not working for you. I've used rooibos and I don't really like it that much, but everyone's different. Just like chamomile tea kombucha, I made that and I love chamomile, but oh, so you did add sugar with the lemon and it didn't work. So when you make other flavors, are you getting fizz or have you just used the lemon? Because I'm curious to know about that too. So today we're going to make pina colada and blackberry lemonade. Started making blackberry lemonade in the summer and I'm totally hooked on it. So let me get my lemons. Hopefully I have blackberries. Well, I guess I might not be making those things, guys, because I don't have all those ingredients. So you did get fizz with the other flavors? Gosh. I don't know. Yeah, it does. The lemon does. I agree. I'm sorry. I got to check to see if I have blackberries in the other room. I'll be right back. Found my blackberries. So, I'm not going to get too crazy today. I'm going to make 3 blackberries. Then I was going to make pina colada, but I don't know if I don't have cantaloupe or coconut. Let me move that back so you guys can see. Whoa, I'm a bit nervous going live for some reason. So there's about 5 blackberries in here. Maybe I'll make a pineapple ginger. What do you guys think about that? Everyone like ginger? Give the tea a stir. And I like to use a whole lemon for my lemonades because give me all the lemon. And I still got a seed in there. All right, there's the tea. The tea's done. Turn that off because it'll just keep beeping. So that's a lot of lemon. Lemonade, right? Get that one ready. You know what, Tico? I found that I don't like using lime in the second ferment unless I'm getting ready to drink it because it just I don't know. I've used it in a handful of recipes that I've tried, and the lemon or not the lemon, the lime just it's not the same as the lemon. Like it doesn't complement the flavors. So from now on, I'm just going to add it when I'm getting ready to drink it because it's good like that. Oh, the pineapple isn't good for your taste. Mango is. Oh, mangoes. Oh my God, mango is so good. Maybe you guys are smarter than me and didn't do this, but when I first got my lemon press, like, gosh, 8 years ago, I always pressed the lemon like this. And it wasn't until last year I watched a YouTube video. Someone was making a dressing and they put it down, and it makes so much sense. Like, my mom's totally blown. So, what other flavors have you guys been doing? I used coconut water. I've never used flakes, so I don't know. But the coconut water wasn't that strong. So the next time I make pina colada, I'm going to put a lot more. Throw away my lemon too. My lemon. Try to clean up as I go. I don't have any napkins. Balsamic glaze. Oh, ginger sweet beets. Wow, what made you come up with that idea? Balsamic glaze. You know what? I had an idea to put beets and then radishes, not together, just to see how it would turn out. Okay, here's my second blackberry lemonade jar. I get all the bottles ready before I open up my F1 jar. Pickled ginger sweet beet. Oh, is that just you added pickled ginger and then beets? Okay. Done with the lemon press. I'm getting my tea bags out. You probably can't see me way over here. Sorry. So I just got the tea bags out of my new brew. They're the sweet tea for my new brew. I didn't know they sold them like that. That sounds really good. I'll have to try that. I love beets. I have my blackberry lemonades ready. And then maybe I'll just throw together some other ingredients. So I found some strawberry, pineapple, I mean. Oh. Apple with parsley. Geez, that sounds good. Some pineapple. And I'm going to check to see if I have mango and I have ginger. Oh, maybe I don't have ginger. Oh, yeah. I always have ginger. Oh, pineapple. Hey, Mary, how you doing? So I've got some pineapple, mango, and I'm going to throw in some ginger. And if I go to the store, then I'll get some coconut water. Hi. Are you guys getting a lot of fruit flies right now? Because I got a lot of fruit flies. I get them a lot in the fall and in the spring. Oh, honeydew melon. Does that turn out good with the kombucha, Mary? And do you just add honey melon, or do you mix it with anything? Are you guys big SCOBY people or little SCOBY people? I've never did the massively big SCOBYs. I don't know. I always felt like it wasn't needed. Like it didn't serve a purpose. So should a bottle actually? Okay, so these two big jars. This one I'm pouring right now, and one I bottled yesterday. Were brewing when I got COVID, and then I just didn't feel like dealing with it. So they ended up turning sour. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It was one jar. I have one jar. I think it was this one. Ended up turning sour. So I split the sour kombucha between the two jars, made fresh tea to fill it up, and then I let that sit for about a week. So you can save sour kombucha. And also, I've noticed if you have sour kombucha and you just want to drink it, you don't want to have to go through a fermenting time, lemon and lime will save you. It's the combination of both, because the lime is strong in its own way. I did that too. I had some sour kombucha and I just wanted it so bad. I didn't care it was sour, so I added some lime and some lemon. It's good. What about herbs? What other herbs do you guys use for your second ferments? My favorite lately has been tarragon. It's Mexican tarragon. I couldn't get my hands on this might not be the right cap. French tarragon. Oh, so good. And you can leave it in there for months and it won't taste like you're eating a plant. I don't have the same luck when I use other herbs, but tarragon, that one works really well. Where are their lids? I'm missing lids. Here we go. Got some lids confused. Ooh. No, Hamad, I wouldn't use it right away. You shouldn't. When you store a SCOBY, it's best to just put it on the counter and you can cap it. So say if I wasn't going to make new kombucha with this, if I was going to wait a while, I would put a lid on it, release the air every once in a while, but keep it like that. That way, because the SCOBY will kind of like consume the kombucha, right? In a couple months, you won't have any of the starter tea. But you don't want to store in the fridge, because when you store in the fridge, the bacteria and yeast go dormant. Then if you go to make kombucha, since the bacteria and yeast are dormant, it's not going to consume the sugar, and then you increase your chances of getting mold. What I would do is take it out and leave it on the counter for maybe a week or two, depending on how warm it is where you're at. Then add some sweet tea. So feed the SCOBY to see if you get a new SCOBY, a new baby SCOBY. So that'll indicate that it's still good. If you don't get a new SCOBY, then it might be dead. Does that make sense? If that doesn't make sense, let me know and I'll explain it again. I should do a video on that. Thank you for that question. Where are we at? Oh, you're welcome. All right, we're all bottled. Yeah, I agree. You don't need the SCOBY. I'm going to do a video on that too. All you need, the SCOBY is actually the starter tea. It's not this. This is just a cellulose mat. Some people call it a biofilm. pellicle. You hear a lot of people call it a pellicle. But the bacteria and yeast is in the kombucha. So SCOBY stands for symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast. The bacteria and yeast living together is in the kombucha. It's not in that SCOBY. Like when you take a SCOBY out and put it on a plate, you'll get some kombucha, right? But from the research I read a couple years ago, the SCOBY provides oxygen, which kind of gives it a better environment. And I found that adding the SCOBY, I feel like it has better carbonation. Oh, I'm glad you're back, Mary. So we're all bottled. I had a friend reach out to me today. She asked for some booch. She had a batch go bad. What am I doing? What am I doing? So I'm going to give some of these to her. SCOBY back in. Excuse me, my pellicle. So I was saying at the beginning of the live stream, I'm in love with Among Us. My son plays Among Us. I got some experiments going. I made apple cinnamon with cinnamon stick. Really good. And I changed a few things around with this. I got 2 of them. Then I have some pumpkin. And I tried to find a pumpkin that you bake with, but I couldn't find any in the store. And I didn't feel like driving all around. So I just used canned pumpkin. So I don't know. That kind of grosses me out. But we'll see. Maybe it'll taste good. I'm going to move you guys over here while I clean out my bottle. Oh, you guys want to see something? I got some shirts I've been working on since the summer, some booch wear. I worked with a designer. It says, I live for the fizz. What do you think? Do you like it? It's on Redbubble. I made some other designs I ordered some shirts on, but I think this is my favorite. Isn't that cute? I live for the fizz. Got some booch exploding. Some lemons. Isn't it cute? Hi, Green Lake Farm. How you doing? Thanks for joining us today. Thank you. It's on Redbubble. I just wanted to order like a few more shirts to make sure the quality was good and stuff before I share it with everyone. But if you wanted to order one, you could go. There's shirts and stickers. I ordered a sticker and it took 2 months to get here. So I don't know if you want to order a sticker. So I don't know about you guys, but I always clean out my F1 jars after a ferment. So I'm going to take my pellicle or biofilm. I like to call it a cellulose mat because to me that's what it is. Put it in a container with my starter tea. Get all the yeasty beastie. And cover that because I have too many fruit flies in my kitchen right now. Those things are gross. Oh, you're in Kuwait? Oh, it's 11:45 a.m. What time is it there? 6:45 p.m. Wow. How about that? How's the weather there right now? It's chilly and rainy, cloudy here, but it's nice. Oh, I wish I had chickens. I want chickens so bad. So bad. I want to move to a farm and live a simpler life. I really do. So bad. But I don't know how to farm, so I think I should learn that first. I want to grow all my stuff. I want to can it. I want to preserve it. I want to have fruit trees and nut trees and berry bushes and everything. What a great life to grow up on a farm, right? It just seems like it would be such a peaceful life. Oh, thank you. I was actually thinking about volunteering at some farms. We have a lot of horse farms around here in PA and just nurseries because I want to get better at gardening. To learn it. And if I volunteered, like even if they wanted to pay me minimum wage, all right, but I just want to do it for the experience because experience is priceless. Start a co-op like with the vegetables and stuff. Is that what you mean? Okay, so this is how I do this. A 1 gallon jar. I made my condensed tea. So in here is 10 tea bags. I use green tea today and a cup and a half of sugar. And it's cooled down, but I'm going to add water. And I've been using this for so long that I know about where a gallon will be when I fill it up. So I'm going to fill it up with cool water. And I have a filter under my sink, so I'm not just using tap water. Yeah, I agree. That's what I want to do. I just have to find a place that'll take me and that'll take the hours that I'm available, which is like 0, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. The roosters. I've heard a lot of people talking about the roosters. And you can't get eggs without roosters, right? See, I don't even know that much about it, but I tell you what, those hens are so beautiful. The chiropractor we go to, they I wouldn't call it a farm, but they have chickens and ducks and stuff. Those hens are so pretty. I just love them. So this is about a gallon. I'm going to add my pellicle and my starter. I use a cup of starter tea for a gallon of booch. Some people use more. Wow, for 30 years? That's amazing. Where did you get it? Hi. Love I am 0311. You know, my mom, when I started drinking kombucha 10 years ago, I told my mom, and she was like, ew, what? Yuck, that stuff's so gross. I couldn't believe she was saying that. She said she would make it in the 70s with my grandmother and my uncle. You can get eggs without roosters? See, I didn't know that. Oh, okay, so I can't get chicks without roosters. Do you have chickens, Mary? I think I would like to taste that 30-year-old SCOBY. Kombucha, not the SCOBY. I think I'll pass on that. Oh, really? When you burp them every day? When I burp. That's interesting. That's good to know. Not anymore. Are you in Mary, are you in the South? For some reason I think you're in Georgia. Is that right? I always wonder where everyone's at in the world. How we doing? Georgia, cool. In the country, or are you like in the suburbs? I'm in the suburbs. That's good. So I always do 12 days. A lot of times I go 14, and then I'll bottle the other one later. Did you guys have any questions for me? I grew up in a small town, and I always joke that it was so small. We had a tiny little store that was like a shed, and it didn't have a gas pump. And then our post office was like the size of someone's shed they would keep their lawnmower in Maryland. But I liked it because you could see the stars. I don't really get to see the stars where I live, and it bothers me like big time. Over 7 days? Is that you mean over 7 days is too sour for you? Love, I am. Everyone is so interested in that 30-year-old SCOBY. That is so cool. Oh, really? 7? See, 7 under 12 is too sweet for me. But I think I add a bit more sugar than what most people that I've seen on blogs and stuff add. So for a gallon, I use a cup and a half, where I think most people use a cup. So that could be why. I will. If anyone comes to visit me, I always have kombucha, and it will be the best. And I'll even fancy it up with some little what is it called? Mine's blank. Mine's gone blank. I don't know. I'll just make it fancy, and I promise it'll be good. How about that? Great Lake Farm is. Great Lake Farms, to answer your questions, it depends on the culture. So all of the kombucha is a little bit different, and there are some studies you can look up. And I'm sorry, I don't remember how many. I could guess based on memory, but I don't want to give you wrong information. But there's a lot of studies. I think PubMed had some that talk about that. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you for sharing that about your SCOBY. Someone gave me a piece of paper with directions and a baby, and I've been doing it ever since in the mountains of Eastern Washington. That is so cool. Okay, thanks for joining us, Ahmad, all the way from Kuwait. It was nice talking with you. Mary, to answer your question, for a gallon, and I usually use the 16-ounce bottles, I get 6 of them. 10, 12 ounce bottles. I use 16 ounce bottles most of the time. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. I got to go get my daughter soon. Thank you for joining me, though. The next time I have a live, I'll put it out on the community page to give you a heads up. But I really enjoyed talking with everyone and sharing with me all this information. I think it's so great, and I appreciate you all. Wow. 4 inches of SCOBY. Wow, in 4 days. You know what? I should try that out. That would be a good video. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me.